I got asked the other day from a client, Chris, if I could read just one book, if you could recommend just one book, what would you recommend the most in regards to helping be more successful in business, grow, help more people, and have more, financial success, more freedom, and ultimately just have a better business and better life? Because, just having more income or revenue in your business doesn't necessarily mean a better life or a better business, right? What you're obviously looking for is, I guess, what I call the golden three is: one, the income that you want or you need to do whatever the hell you want to do with it. Two, the impact, the positive change and impact around the world that will give you fulfillment and actually help other people. And three, a low stress business that allows you to enjoy stuff outside of business, right? Because it's not good enough to have lots of money and be helping lots of people and just be stressed and hating your life all the way through. So that's what I like to call kind of the golden three. Income you want, the freedom and flexibility to do what you want outside of business, right? And at the same time, the impact, right? Now, income generally comes from a couple of different things, right? Marketing, sales, how you set up the business, a couple of different things. The impact comes from the capacity to deliver a great service that actually creates transformations at volume, right? So generally, income and impact are very closely connected, because if you only have 2 clients, you're not going to have much income and you're not going to have much impact because you're only impacting 2 people. But if you have 200 clients, for example, or over a lifetime you have 2,000 clients, you've had a larger scale of impact because you've impacted more lives, but by default you've also would get more income because you've had a volume of people pay you a certain amount. Now, the third piece is really building a business that serves you and your life at the same time, right? Like I said, it's no good having heaps of money and having heaps of impact and hating your life every step of the way and not being able to enjoy any of it. And then, life's pretty short. So the third piece is very different to the other two. And a lot of people build businesses that can generate income, can generate impact, but it's kind of like what they call the 6 or 7 figure hamster wheel. It's where you're literally on the hamster wheel all day, every day. And if you stop, the business dies, it breaks down, the impact dies, the income stops, and you're just burning yourself out. Now, setting up the business the right way, so the systems and the structures, and if you've got a team or you don't have a team, everything's there to support you so that the business keeps working even when you're not working, right? And that's what brings freedom, and that's what a true amazing business is about. Being able to still have impact and help clients' lives and still be able to generate the income that you want while not having to be on the tools all day, every day. And the thing keeps working without you, because then you hit the golden three. Now, going back to the point of the book and how it relates to everything I've talked about here, Simplify, right? Simplify by Koch and Lockwood. I think it's Richard Koch. Now, Richard Koch is an amazing business writer. One of my first mentors recommended a book called The 80-20 Revolution, which he is famous for writing. And this was kind of one of his newer books. And ultimately, if you were to read just one book to be able to more simply achieve that golden three, I would say it's this book. And the reason being is that the whole concept of it is simple scales, right? Simple is fun. Simple is manageable, right? Now, if you have a highly complex business and you sell like 100 different things, and you do all this crazy stuff and it's super complicated, you might get lots of clients, right? If you do the marketing and sales right, you might get, as a result, lots of impact, but your business is so complex that you're gonna have no freedom and you're just gonna hate the business day in, day out. You effectively either burn it down unconsciously or subconsciously, or burn it down and close it yourself consciously because you just hate it. Right? Now, a simple business is the only thing that can hit all three. Right? If you have a simple to deliver offering, right, you can set things up around it so it can deliver in a simple, straightforward, smooth process, and it doesn't create fires throughout your business every day that you're trying to, rapidly put out and running around like a chicken with your head cut off. Simple allows you to deliver and have freedom in life. It allows you to build the systems around it. Allows you to have leverage. Simple also allows you to get more clients because it's easier to communicate in marketing and sales. So you'll close more, right? Simple also allows you to charge higher because you're focused only on one or two very specific things. So you become a master at those things and allows you to charge higher rather than being a jack of all trades of 50 things and you never really get that good at anything. So you don't cut through hard. So you're able to sell easier, charge higher, deliver with freedom, and then as a result, simple scales. And so you'll be able to do it at volume. So you'll be able to get more income, volume of clients and impact, and of course, the time, energy, headspace freedom that comes from delivering a simple business. So if any of you are wanting to read an amazing book or really just install a concept into your business that's going to make the business wildly profitable, wildly successful, while also giving you a life that you love and allow you to live the life that you love, then just installing this type of concept into everything you do from this day forward is truly the thing that will unshackle you and your business's capacity for success and for providing you, your family, your loved ones for the life that you deserve and want. Complex businesses suck, basically. They make very little profit and they're just stressful as hell. And I don't think any entrepreneur ever got into business going, you know what, I'm going to build a very stressful business that has very low profit, that literally is soul draining and sucks every piece of energy for me so I don't have any time or capacity for anything else in life. None of us consciously jumped into business thinking that's what I'm going to build, but unfortunately a lot of people do unconsciously build that and get stuck in that. So if you are in that stage in your business, know that there is a lot of easy ways out. Like, it's not all doom and gloom, but you have to consciously focus every single day from here on in, every single minute, every single move that you make within your business. Sit back for a second before pulling the trigger on whatever you're going to do and just go analyze every step within it. How can I make this more simple? How could this be more simple? And if you look at everything with that lens from here on forward, let me tell you, like, as quick as like the next couple of weeks, your business and your life will be in a completely different place, and it will only get better and better and better. So use this concept in everything you do. Use it almost like a lens to look at everything. And even if you take something complex and you simplify it, everything can still be further simplified. So it's an ever ongoing thing to strive for. Continue to simplify. And one of the best business examples is Apple, right? I think they were the first $1 trillion business. And there was a stage where Apple got absolutely slaughtered by the competition. They were a good business. They were cutting through, and then they just went the wrong way, and they disappeared more or less from the market for a long time. And then they came back with a vengeance. And whenever Apple kind of falters a little bit or slows down, it is when it accepts to become a little bit more complex of a business. And then what inevitably happens is it refines back to simple again. And that happened around this time of Steve Jobs when he came back into Apple, and that's what kind of reinvigorated it. They just literally built simple machines that could be used by all different people, a very small product line of beautiful, simple, easy to understand, easy to use machines for everyday person. They were able to charge a massive premium for their phones, for the iPod, for the computers, and none of the things they were doing were actually, they weren't first to market. Like a lot of people think the iPod was like a game changer, but there was a lot of MP3 players out at the time, but they were just very complex and hard to use. I actually had one, and I remember I bought one thinking, how cool is this? I can listen to heaps of music, and it was just so complex with all these buttons, and I didn't really know how to use it. It wasn't enjoyable. And then they brought out the the iPod, and it just had a simple dial, easy to use, so on and so forth. The communication of it, the look of it, not many colors, not many different formats, so on and so forth. And they did the same with the computers. They did the same with the iPhone. They did the same with so on and so forth, right? And every time that the growth of Apple starts to slow down, you look at what they just launched, and you'll see that they kind of expanded their product range too much or tried to do too much. And then you'll see the next launch, they'll refine back to simple, and then everything will go good again. So, like I said, it happened in numerous times. And I guess the example I'm just trying to give you is that sometimes you can simplify and then things go good, and then you unconsciously complicate things again, and then you have to simplify it again. So it's an ever ongoing process, but know that every single time you simplify things, business will only get better, income will only get better, impact will only get better. So hopefully that makes sense. I want you to take that into everything you do each day from here on in, and trust me when I say it, in like as little as 2 weeks from now, you'll be like, God, the business is so different, life is so much better. Why didn't I do this sooner? That's it from me. Cheers.